Long time ago, Mark Twain once said, whiskey's for drinking and water's worth fighting for. And we're here to fight for clean water here in Chicago, in Illinois, and across America. And we're really honored by the presence of Administrator Lisa Jackson of the United States Environmental Protection Agency, a really good friend and someone who understands that 40 years ago, our country passed a very important law called the Clean Water Act. Its 40th anniversary is this year, and we want to make sure that we live up to the standards of that law. And the fact is that people, whether they live in Illinois or anywhere else in America or on this planet, people want to live and work near water. And we're blessed in Illinois by great waterways. We've got the Great Lake Michigan, the Great River Mississippi, which is 583 miles at the border of Illinois, and we have the Illinois River System, including the Chicago River, that connect the Great Lake with the Great River. So we have all this water. It's a blessing in the 21st century. It's very important that we invest in clean water. We have a great lakefront in Chicago. Everyone wants to go near the lake, and we want to make sure that everyone wants to come near the riverfront as well. And working with the mayor and the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District, we're taking a gigantic step today, a landmark step, to disinfect sewage that's coming into the river from the north at the Skokie plant, as well as at the south in Lake Calumet plant. And it's important that we make these investments in clean water that will pay dividends in terms of jobs created, but dividends for years to come that'll help create opportunities for more property investment along the river. More people will be able to enjoy the river. Even across the way here, we have the opportunity to rent a kayak right now, but we want to make that water as clean as possible, and that's what the disinfection initiative is all about. Our state passed a law 3 years ago called the Job Recovery Act, and we're investing some of that money in this very project to do the design and engineering of the facilities that are going to do the disinfection to make the water better, so that people, when they kayak or they walk along the river or they do anything they want to look at the river or the wildlife near the river, it's important that we make sure the river is as clean as possible.
What used to be our original industrial highway, which moved cargo, is now going to become our next recreational frontier for the city of Chicago. About 6 months ago, with Administrator Lisa Jackson, we announced that we were going to create 4 boathouses along the river. 2 of them now are fully funded, will be open this year for kayaking, canoeing, and sculling. And in fact, kayaking and canoeing are up around 60% in the city of Chicago on its river. And with those boathouses, will only increase. And what used to be a process in which people just drove over on their way somewhere else will now be a place that people can stop and have family fun, canoeing, kayaking, and sculling. And we, and a number of aldermen are here, and I want to recognize both Alderman Lorino, Mel, Alderman Solis, O'Connor, and Alderman Marino, who have all been, were there originally when we announced this goal 6 months ago. Now, getting people to kayak and canoe and scull on the river is essential, but getting it cleaned and cleaning it up is also essential for greater use. And I want to thank both the governor, thank also Lisa Jackson for their commitment in seeing through a policy to make sure that the river becomes part of our recreational landscape for the city. And we have, as the governor noted, a front door that is extraordinarily beautiful. Lisa was just mentioning flying into the city of Chicago today, coming in on the lake side, how gorgeous the city looks because of the lake, Michigan. And yet the river runs through all our neighborhoods and our communities. It is a part that connects the city, and making it more part of a recreational frontier where families can enjoy it is an essential goal. Now, the truth is, we have all debated this for a long time, how to improve and clean up the river. It's been discussed, how to have greater usage of the river, how to make it more part of the city rather than this kind of foreign body. And it takes leadership to change direction. That is both true from President Obama and Administrator Lisa Jackson to help us invest here locally in changing literally the use, not the direction, but the use of the river. And it also takes the leadership of the governor to be a partner with the city of Chicago and opening up a whole new space for our communities, our neighborhoods, and our residents.
It is the 40th anniversary of the Clean Water Act this year, and the law actually said that our goal was to make water swimmable and fishable and drinkable. We haven't quite made the time frame that we wanted, but we've made incredible progress on our waterways. We've gone from a time when the Cuyahoga River in Cleveland would catch fire, where Lake Erie was declared dead, to a time when 92% of Americans now have clean water to drink. But 92% isn't 100, and all of our lakes and rivers, as we can see, still suffer some challenges. So we face a range of challenges to make sure that we make good the promise of the Clean Water Act. The most important thing I want to leave you with is that the American people do not want to see us fall back. The fact that we are not done does not mean that the American people are asking us to stop trying. A Gallup poll recently showed that 75% of Americans, when asked, said they worry either a great deal or a fair amount about pollution in their rivers, in their lakes, in their drinking water, in their reservoirs. Clean water is something that people expect and deserve, and we have a responsibility to meet their expectations. That's why we've launched at EPA programs like the Urban Waters Partnership to help make rivers like this one's destinations for wonderful businesses like we see here with Wrigley. Thank you for hosting us today. Places where people come together as a community, whether it's a work community or a living community, in order to be together.